observation, whatever you are thinking about that child labors should be child should be work or not. So according to your thinking, you can explain one by one.
Yeah. Anybody wants to go first? No.
Yeah,
Yes.
Malay, because you don't
May I
have much
start?
time. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I think today's our topic is child labor, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong.
Yes, yes.
Yes, nowadays child labor is a curse of our society, and the number of child laborers is enhancing day by day in our country, especially in our country. And it is the main reason behind this is poverty, because and poverty and illiteracy rate. Literacy rate is also the main cause of this child labor, because in our society what happens that if any family their earning is 3,000 or 4,000 rupees per month, despite they are giving birth three or four child, but they are not able to fulfill all the requirements to give the quality education to their child. They are not able to admit their children to the school. That is why they are I have seen many people in my village and in my district as well, that some people they are wherever their parents are working, their children also they are working there. They are working with them, they are helping them, because even they have three or four child. So I think that should not be there. Like if you belong to a middle class family or destitute family, so your primary goal should be birth one child, and that would be good for our country, because our country is also witnessing from the overpopulation. And you also will be able to give all the requirements, like quality education, and everything you will be able to provide that your child. And the next is illiteracy rate, because in our country, like if we talk about the literacy rate of our country is around 74%, and which is dropping day by day because of overpopulation and unemployment. And it is mainly happening with the tribal people, because tribal people they are uneducated, so they don't know the importance of education and how education can bring a rejuvenation in our life. So that is why they don't motivate their children, they don't inspire their children to go school instead of any workplace. So that is why the children their children they get motivate somewhere else. They go to any shop for work only sake of money, because they only seek money wherever they want to get, and they just agree work there. And according to the law, that child labor is completely banned in our country. So but it is responsibility of all of us, wherever we see any child labor, like any child. And you would not believe, just one day before in Rajasthan, Jodhpur, when I was having lunch, I saw a child. He was working in a hotel, and he was completely handsome boy, and he was only 8 or 9 years old. Okay, so he was doing the dishes, and he was providing food to us. So I totally surprised when I saw him, that this boy, he's just 7 or 8 years old. It is the time to go school, to having quality education. This is not a age of work anywhere. But why they are? But I later I came to know, when I interacted with that child, I came to know that his parents are also alive. Okay, so parents they must understand that if we are alive, so we should not send our child to work anywhere until unless they overtake 8 years, 18 years. So that is all from my side.
Yeah, Malay, very good. You said very well. and thank you for sharing with us. So next, who wants to share?
Yeah, let me go.
Yeah, please.
Hi, everyone. In our constitution, actually, it provides a lot of means freedom to a child. That means when parents give birth to a child, he must get proper food, shelter, means clothes and education. These are his fundamental rights. Actually, it provides constitutionally everybody has given, but some of the children they are deprived of these things. Basic thing is lack of education and poverty, destitute. And the parents, those who are not having proper education, they may not understand what they have to give to their child. So they won't send them properly to school. They won't provide them adequate food, other facilities. So this type of children will be always thrown in the public places, means they play with mud or somewhere. They, and after that 5 or 6 years, or at that time, before that also, they were sent to look after their younger one. Mother, they are not having proper education. So what happened? They don't know the birth control. So this type of family always they produce children, and they think that elder child has to be look after the younger one. So their proper growth, mental and physical growth is denied. Same time, they may not be sent to the school too. So what happened? These children, they take care of their younger ones. Same time, they may go and work with their parents too. They always so their proper mental health may not be developed. So what happened? They don't know actually what is education. Most of the children, they don't like to see. In our children also, many of them, they don't like to go to school because there are some certain rules and regulation has to be followed. At same time, these children, if they play here and there, they may not know this. Children are means they don't know what is the actual responsibility. So parents are educated, so they will get all type of, whether they are poor or rich, that doesn't matter. They know that they have to send the child to the school. So what I have to tell you, in India, Indian constitution is written there, but before marriage, certain type of education means parents should have certain education. Then only that children will also provide it. Especially if I talk about Kerala, I am from that state. We can't see this type of child labor over there. In Kerala, people they never allow. If you can found also some other states people they may go and work over there. Otherwise, that also very rarely we can find. No child labor, very strictly prohibited. So that our society or our surrounding should be known. Their means their what is their responsibility. Then only we can bring them in that manner. So a child who is prohibited or means not going to school, what happened? This coming generation, his generation will also go in same manner. There may not be any type of development. So all type of diseases we can find, and destitute, that means the number of the people, they never control the child number, and they may not aware of their social commitments. That is the basic, how to, what is their responsibility towards the country too. So what we have to do is, first we have to make the parents aware, create some awareness program, and everyone, every citizen of this country should not allow child labor. If we have seen anywhere a child is working, we are the people to make them to bring under the control or under the law. Then only it can be restricted. Another one, we must understand that a child who is not allowed to play means work, we should have responsibility to give them proper food also. If suppose we have seen a child is working in the hotel, that means he gets all type of his fooding and lodging, everything from there. Then if we are not allowing to play there, then we have to give them substitute. We have to give them where he has to survive. That also we have to see that it is not the number of one or two. A large number of our children are working in this field. So our government has to take some proper step. Yes, it is already provided, but it is not coming up to the, it is not implemented properly. Still we can find in a big city such a large number of, enormous number of children are working. Not only they are working, they are abused sexually. They are abused. They are not given proper food, not food, good accommodation. So many things they are violating because they don't know what is their right and what to get, where to go and shout. They don't know anything. They are ignorant. So we are the people how to be stand for them. Then only this country can have a lot of progress. Children are first, we have to see that these children are the next our citizen of this country. So if they won't get proper education, that means the country's situation will be worst. India is a large country, we have to understand. So everyone, every citizen of this country has to be take a very positive step and to shout against this type of violation. That is what is my suggestion. Montu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bimraji. Really, you explained everything, each and everything which is requirement for in this country, and we should do this thing. It is our responsibility. So thank you so much. Yeah. So I think Narayan, you are going to say.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good evening, all.
Very good evening.
Okay, thank you. Topic is, sir, child labor. Yes, yes. So really, it is very pathetic that whenever we see any child, he is working anything and maybe hard work and any kinds of work, it is really not a good feeling because we are not getting any glorification and also any any happy because of it is really very pathetic. Nobody can accept that anyone, any kids will be do any work. So we started penalize that it may be our government fault. So that's why India, because of if you see India, then you will find that there only a child are working. It is no. I think India is the largest country. Here population although very number of population. So maybe just now I think 31 million childs they are working in India, and I think number of 131 position of India just now in child labor, and the survey saying that. But if you go any another country anywhere, and you will find so many people, so many childs, innocent child, they are doing job. It may be hotel, it may be roads, anywhere, any sector you will find. So really, it is also very pathetic, and it is also very traumatized for everyone. But we should become a conscious, because why we are thinking that we started penalize for our country or anyone. But I think you can create also these things if you started thinking about your family. So I think you can control it. However, we want to control it because we have the ability, because we can do it. Just you can think it about your life and your family and anywhere. And if I have capability that I can upbringing one or two sons, anything. So first we decide that I want to take two or one. Otherwise, if you go, so then definitely it will be very careless. Suppose you have one bike, so then definitely you will be care. Whenever you will have 4 5 bikes, so you cannot care it. It is the natural things. So that's why, because we are going to 2023 century, although we are not conscious about ourselves, our family planning, how to create our planning or anything. So many person, although educated, it may be they have been facing religions, they have been facing any custom, they have been facing any pressurize. But I don't want to say that. But you are a human being. You have the ability of thinking about your life, your future, and so that's why you can take decide total. It depend you, it is your decide, so you can create these things. Otherwise, if you go out of limit, and so then definitely it will be happen. So I don't want to mention any religion or anything, so they don't have any responsibility, they are very careless. So that's why you will must find these types of activities. So our government should create a mm, just control of child control policy, and also just so many assignment already started. I think if you go any village area, any area, so then definitely you will find a midday meal. It is also really very good things, because most of the time important meal government has been provided. So that's why it is also good things. So definitely, and all student will be go and for learning purpose, as well as they will be get nourishment food. So this is the government policy. But government, how can do it? Government, they have not possible that they can go every family and they will talk with them and they can control her sons or these things. It is also really very big things. But if you are people, you can control your family, you can control population. So otherwise you can control it. Otherwise, I think you cannot control it. So this is the biggest reason, because you are financially not strong. If you would financially strong, so definitely your family, anyone, nobody, no children's, he will not go anywhere for a working purpose, because of your family is not satisfied with money. So that's why they have no obligation that child's also doing these things. So this is the main reason. This is the poverty. Also poverty, I understand poverty. Poverty day by day, I think overcome. I think the India scenario totally has been changed. If you back in 1 decade ago, so 1 decade and just now, really huge difference. And I think so many things government has been government just now have been provided house, all things free, electric and bill, education, all things. So I think poverty day by day, I think improving. But if you are not control, so then government or I think what can do? You cannot control your all things. So this is the best reason population, and I think your awareness. It is most significant and it is also really important, because of you are the person, you are the responsibility for your nation, your family, and your life. So total things you control in your hand, but we are not controlled. So that's why we have been seeing these types of scenario in office, in anywhere, and kids, they would go to school, but this position they are doing any job. Really, it is pathetic. It is very doing for our mind. We cannot bearable, and it is really uh, basically me. I don't control it because I got really traumatized, and whenever I have seen any laborers, any kinds laborers is doing any job. So I would to expect, I will to request anyone, everyone, so we can control it. I think so. Day by day, it will be controlled. Otherwise, we cannot control it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Naren, to sharing with us. Really, you explained very well. So now, Milan, if you want to share, so you can.
Yeah, of course. I would like to say, because this topic related to me, not 100%, 110. Why? Because at first I would like to mention my education background so that people can relate. I have primary education. Primary means 5. Why I had to leave my study? Because of poverty. No, I left my study and I start working here and there just for living, just for food, not for money. Then time is going on, and after 10 or 15 years, whenever I recall my childhood, or whenever I see my friends, they are studying some university, some colleges, some of are getting job, they are working in MNC or so yes. Then I think I found that main reason is poverty. That's why people, they have to send their kid for work. But what I find, what is the main reason behind their childhood, it is not like that. Now I am 32, I still not got married. Why? Because I am not stable. And I think if I am not stable financially, I should not get married. Otherwise, I will struggle in my upcoming generation. So it is our responsibility. People always point out government. Government should take kind of program, or government should took some kind of decision towards their people. See, every country develop because of their citizens. So I think personally, it is my responsibility, until unless I'm not settled, until unless I'm not prepared enough to uh, taking care of my upcoming generation, I should not get married. The main point is not like that. How many children do you have? The point is, are you settled? Are you settled to getting married? If you are not okay, you get married. But please, before having child, think again. What kind? Yani, yana, itu around here. So before getting married, I think we should count. We should think again and again. If you got married by chance or by default, before having child, we should think that it's a kind of 20 years responsibility, and no government, no one can do anything. It's my responsibility. It is our responsibility. We should we should prepare. We should take contribute towards our country. So I think government is doing his job. Everyone is doing their job. It is my responsibility. If I find that child labor is not good, obviously not good. So I should think. And another thing is, okay, you are you have money, you are having a good life, okay, but if you can contribute to your neighbors or anyone, you know we nowadays we are going here and there and taking a lot of videos or pics, upload our for social media. But on the other hand, we should also contribute towards our country. If you find any child he is struggling for food or some study material, please provide them. There is a action louder than voice. ये बोलने कहने से कुछ नहीं होता. We should take action. I believe in action, not words. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Milan. You also explained very well because it is your real observation. So yeah, Jayanti,
Yeah.
are you available?
Yeah,
Jayanti, are you? Yeah,
yeah.
please continue.
Thank you, everyone. It's a good topics, unique topics also. We are suffering for this reason. When we go outside, we on train, on bus, on public place, we face this type of child who is working uh, who is working in small dhaba styles of shop, and even we see this type of third gender, they male female, they without caring alternate their sex also, third gender. We used to see this because of till we are living third world of country, and the third 23rd century is running, but we are suffering for this reason. It is our ascent because we are not rationally think. We don't have. For this reason, till we are suffering. And they can provide population, poverty and populations. Main reason two, poverty and populations, overpopulations. And abroad people, abroad, we don't get this type of we don't get this type of facilities like abroad people get. After birth, their government take care their child, their educations, their minimum all things they can provide. But till India can't provide. Our constitutions already told about that, but it is not follow up. But I believe in myself. If we are rationally thinks about this, we can change. 31 million till childs are working as a child labor. And already I told, are begging. If someone get physically unfit child, they don't get uh, sad, because they know they can earn money more, because uh, begging. it's also ascent when some people come our India, and they face this type of child, and they take photo also. I got this memory. It is really ascent for us. We can change for our thinking. It's not depend on only government. And significantly, they used to change female to male as a third gender. I already told about this. Many of reason have their poverty populations. And how do we change? Only for our thinking, and it's working. Sometime some organizations already worked about that, but if we don't have this uh, changing mind, how to it's possible? It's not possible changing. By mind changing we can do this. Without, it's not possible. Child labor, and they don't know how to stand up their own feet. A person who think rationally with both feet on the ground, but they can't, because their parents also getting married very early. They don't know how to control populations. They don't use this type of they don't know, and they don't care also. Don't know and care also, because they 14 years girls, they yes, they can delivery power, so they can they delivery. After delivery, how to they were growing up, how do they their children's get all facilities? It's not their it's think beyond their think. For this reason we are suffering, and by force we cannot control. Only getting their rational change, it's depend on there. And other one more things I if it's for this reason all our constitutions, rule and regulations, all are it's a just like a gardener. uh, First we can, if we can stop early marriage. Without education they cannot get married. After minimum 10th pass is must. After that if their parents have educated, so that children will be more educated. We believe that, we know that, and we get these results. So this way only for educations, by educations, our education gives us knowledge, no? So for this way we can change. Change is very important. It's our essence. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jayanti. Really, you also explain very well, difference well, and I learn from each everyone. So I think it's my
Thank
turn.
you.
Yeah. So it is true that mostly people we know blame to government that because of government not doing, that's why our this child labor is going on, and because government should take responsibility, government should take some decision, government should do. Why we are thinking? So first thing we need to change our mindset, because government already working from scratch. It was, and now it is going. So first thing, according to me, if I talk about from scratch and now, it is huge of change, because day by day we can see our country developing, and our India has been appreciating by each and every countries. So it is developing country, and we can see how developed we already achieved, India achieved. So we can see first thing. And second thing, we are talking about that child labor. So child labors, why? So there are many reasons. First thing, because of illiteracies, uh, mostly we get. And nowadays, those who are educated, definitely government already allowed that only two children we have to adopt, and not more than two. But still, because of uneducated, they're thinking that if they will have, I think, 3 4 child, so they will survive their life, because they're thinking that parents thinking if they will have, children 3 4, so they will send to work and they will earn money. This kind of mindset, for this kind of mindset, in the who are uneducated. So that is the reason they are unable to understand. So there are many people working about it, and they are helping also. And also government also already, opened like a government school hostel. So their government also providing, I think, hostel facilities, so that they can send their children to hostel, and there they can study. But think that parents, they don't want to send their children, that who are uneducated. That is the problem. They want to send their children for work. They want to get money, only they want to seek money. That's why they don't want to make educated their children. It is true. And there are many people, because they are bound to, send their children to do work, because of financial. Main reason is financial poverty. So that's why, because of everyone's like mostly those who are little bit, we can say, sincere, and that who know what is the educated, they also wants to, study more and more and achieve their goal. But think that because of financial problem, they are unable to, continue their study, and they bounds to leave their study, I think, after high school, after 12th. So that's why, that is the reason. So there are many reasons, but instead of blaming to government, it's up to us. And nowadays what I'm observing, that, day by day we are improving, and our everything is changing day by day. And those who are educated, definitely they already awareness about it, and they are not having more than two children. So nowadays, and I believe that upcoming day it will totally reduce from this world. Because nowadays, what thing, because if you want to get some job in the factory, in the shop, mostly in the mall and somewhere, so they want your, 10 class degree, 10 12. And if you did not, complete your 10, so definitely you are not going to get job. So that purpose, people day by day, they are knowing that what is the education, what is the meaning of education, and why it is requirement. So that's why day by day, parents also bounds to send their children's, it can be government is, yeah, definitely in the government school, because they know value of the education. And this way, government also working in the village, everywhere. So that's why developing is, we can see, and developing is running swiftly. So upcoming year, definitely it will remove from this India. And India would be the best, education country in the future, upcoming future, according to me. So yeah, I also saw one boy who, every day, who comes to deliver a milk at my home here. I order online, so he comes. I think he's I think 10 years old. So I asked him why you are working instead of, studying, this time for studying. So he told me that, because, as you know, brother, because I belong from poor family, so I have, my parents are having financial problems, so that's why we are bound to work here. So that's why. So I asked him, you don't think, like, if you study, and after that, after complete your school, you can get more beautiful job, good job to survive your life better. So he told me that, yes, I want to, but think that, my parents, they don't allow me, because they want money, because we have to pay rent, room, we have to survive, we have to buy many things, food, everything. So this kind of news. So there are many cases, and people are working here also. If I talk about, I think a couple of days ago, I watched one video also. Those who are collecting garbage in the city. So there also some people are already working. They are, making education to their children. But it's up to them. So according to me, day by day it is changing. And what I say, yeah, child labor is not good for our country. I'm not talking about their family, but it is not good for our country, because we all wants to see our country as a educated country, as a better most better education country. So that's why. And in India, many countries we can some countries we can get, they are like, if you talk about Kerala, Bangalore, this kind of country, there are they are not allowing to child work. So this thing it should be, like strict. It should be allowed here also, it should be allowed here also to not to do child work. But government, I cannot say anything about the government, because government already providing one thing also. If I talk about village, so their government also monthly, government providing rice poles, as well as those who are those who
Midday
has
meal.
no husband and
Midday
wife.
meal.
Yeah.
Midday meal.
And they are also getting monthly, money. And those who
Yeah.
has, I think, those who has no arm, so they are also getting money, some kind of financial, which is helping by government. So government already putting as much as effort he can. So it's up to us, as you told that Jantiti, we need to only change our mind. Then it will be, reduce in this from this world. So all
Public
about from,
public
yeah.
awareness is very important, but awareness already raising. We hopefully it's a good news for us. Awareness raising.
Yes, yes.
Now parents are
I-
change their mind. Yes.
Yeah, if we compare about, before 2010 and now, so it is huge of change
Yes. Yes. It's
regarding
a good news
education.
for us. It's a
Yeah.
good news for us, our India. We are
Yes.
proud of India. And other 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 one things I would share. Uh, average averagely, if we think so, India record is study record is enough, like abroad people, but uh, more populations, for this for this reason we are suffering only for overpopulations. We are suffering like China. India is big country, no? And yeah, their demand is big, populations much more. So for this reason we are suffering. Okay, we on one day we shall overcome all things, hopefully.